Hello, welcome to episode 8 of the Battery ReChage Series. This episode is about place value. You see, I got the board, so it's getting deep this time. Place value is important because when you start to acknowledge and be aware of, not just acknowledge it, because acknowledging is like almost phase one, it's like taking the first steps, but being aware of it when you're making decisions intentionally with this information, that's a whole nother level. So place value. Place value is different from your association because we talked about that before. Place value is different from knowing and understanding your personal value because it's forever changing, and that's just something that you need to be conscious of for self-development. Place value is when you understand the value in place of the people in your life or that you are maneuvering through. So I'll give you a perfect example. A lot of people like to use the water bottle scenario where the water bottle is worth $1 sometimes and it's worth, so much more sometimes in the airport or if you're at a stadium. Sure, fine. But let me give you place value with your peoples. So normally we have the thousands, we have the hundreds, we have the tens, the ones. It's wrong for this. Thousands, hundreds, tens, and then ones. All right. And then y'all know that on this side, we gonna have the 10th. Then we got the 100th. Then the 1,000th at that dotted line. You may be around someone that is always remembering the worst of you or the not so pleasant times. You want to go ahead and drop them or round yourself up to the nearest, or round them up, your associates. Round it up to the nearest 100th. Round it out to the nearest 10, whatever level you want sometimes. That's what you're going to have to do, okay? Because unfortunately, during this process, this change that you're going to be going through, some people you're always going to be the villain in their story. When I moved to California, I sat and I had a lot of time to think to myself. I wrote apology letters to anybody that I even thought I might have wronged or I knew maybe harbored some bad times. When you are at peace with yourself on your stance, because it might be some people that you don't even know. Sometimes you might have been so messed up you don't even remember what you did. I'm pretty sure I was not a good person during that time. But that doesn't mean you need to go on an apology tour. Now, if you feel like there's something within their healing process, but like I said, you cannot overextend yourself because the foundation of your healing process is what you are willing to be at peace with and what you are willing to come to grips with and be like, man, I feel really bad about that time. You can't account for all the times that people had a difficult time with something that you did. A lot of things that you did, sure, yes, maybe traumatic in someone else's life. But you're not responsible for their healing. They are. So you need to round things up to the nearest whole, okay? So that you can be at peace with yourself. Put people in their place and acknowledge the value of your association and the people that you surround yourself with and the people that you want to continue to move with as you grow. Because it doesn't have to be everybody. Unfortunately, it can't be everybody. You will have to drop them and round to the nearest dollar. Okay?